Sorry about that. I somehow got cut off. My other phone decided just to completely crap out, and it just wanted to restart itself. So I'm on my backup. So it's a good thing I have this LG Phoenix as my backup. So anyway, this is a little crooked so that, but anyway, what I'm doing is I'm going to rearrange all these items, move aside the things that I'm not going to be using, and I'll use the ration bag as my trash bag. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, as I said before, just checking yet. Tim, thanks for dropping in. Let's talk about prepping is in the house. As I said before, I'm going to be using my Ration mug to do this tea drink. It's a fruit tea, like a berry type flavor, and these are always in this large. Actually, no, this is a lemon. This is a lemon flavor, so it's kind of a brownish. Looks like a bird pellets or something like that. But sometimes people do this with hot water, sometimes with cold. And then in my foreignemery.com mug, I will be doing the coffee. Now this is a fine powder. So this is what it looks like. Hidden Numismatist is in the house. Thanks for dropping in. And I have already used some of this Russian sweetened condensed milk that I last got from Foreign Emery. I have flavored a few goodies with it, and I have some left. So I'm going to be putting let's see. Now I might as well just put all of it in here. Or most of it. Let's see how that goes. I'm just going to toss that back there. I'm going to go get my hot water, and I'll be right back. About there on the coffee. Now this is that lemon. The lemon scent is coming off really well. Sorry about that, I just got disconnected, so I apologize. I hope that doesn't happen too often, so I'm not sure if it's just the conditions around here or what's up with the signal. I just took my pot that had the water in it back into the kitchen just to kind of clear my table. Now I'm going to start opening up everything else. Let's get a hiss off of these nuts. Oops, sorry about that. Brought my camera mount. Oh, that was almost an explosion. But I heard a very slight squeak. But these Nut Walker peanuts, I wish we could get these here in the US, because these are very, very good peanuts. And the other nuts that they do. That got kicked out because I got completely booted offline when my phone decided to go bonkers. My other one that I normally use. I'm opening up one pack of these Panzer waffles, because that'll probably be just enough for the jam. Although I do have a little bit of this left, but because this stuff is kind of runny, I may not use it on this other one. But I'm going to go ahead and open up this jam, which is, it's got a little bit of liquid. Yes, I'm a foil liquor. Yep, that definitely tastes like a blackcurrant or another berry. So this is, it's almost like, Tracy Phillips is in the house. Thanks for dropping in. This is almost like the consistency of that canned cranberry sauce. But that's what it looks like. I'll just kind of keep that back here. I'll just set that on top of this one. I did decide to bring back in one of the vitamin C candies and the coffee candy. Now I'm going to open up this huge chocolate bar. I've had this before. Of course, it says in English right here, dark chocolate. I'm just going to break this, section it up. And I'll give you a closer look at it. Sorry, on this phone that I'm using now, my video might be a little bit jittery. But again, you know, I didn't want to wait all that long for the other one to decide if it's going to not. So I'm going to go ahead and take a taste of this jam by itself, since I've had these crackers before. Yeah, I think that is currant. Pat Miller is in the house. Thanks for dropping in. What I have is the civilian Polish shooter's ration. This is the single meal version. There is a 12-hour version, which has 2 mains, and it has a few extra items, such as an actual bag of water. It's got a ration heater, and some of the other same things like this, water purification tablet, Ziploc bag. And these are Espit brand fuel tablets. So these are some of the good ones. And again, I'm just going to leave this kit closed, since I'm actually not going to use it, but just add to my collection. I'm going to take a handful of these peanuts. These are definitely salted. They taste fresh. See, this ration was packed on it has a Best Buy of see, it's 2021. So like the 2nd of January of 2021. I think that's what it says, but yeah, that is a good amount of stuff in these things. I'm going to take a taste of tea, since I've never done it hot before. That's actually pretty good. It's not too sweet. Sorry about that. I got booted again. As I was saying, this tea is not too sweet, but the lemon flavor is there, and it's actually tastes better hot. So I think next time I get one of these, I will do it hot. But it's not sweetened, or if it is, it's very, very lightly sweetened. I could throw some sugar in, but I don't feel like opening up one of those 10-gram sugar packets just to use maybe a third of it. But I'm going to take a drink of this coffee that I've doctored up. Yep, that tastes, that Polish coffee's pretty good for an instant coffee. It's not the best that I've had, but it's definitely not the worst. And I'm going to go ahead and break off a piece of this chocolate, 60% dark chocolate. Sorry about that. I got booted again, so I apologize in advance if I keep getting. Ah, dang it. I'm going to keep going with this. I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give up with this stream. So something doesn't want me doing this, but I'm doing it anyway. But this is very, very good chocolate. If you can get a hold of, I'll pull the wrapper back out again. If you can get a hold of this, sorry about that, I got kicked again. But for those that keep getting booted out, if you can't get back in, I do apologize. But hopefully I'll be able to continue with this and get it up for those who missed it. You can come back and watch it later. So right now I'm going to go ahead and get that out, and let's see what this chicken goulash looks like. I am back. I got my the label did not survive the boiling process, but that's okay. I'm just drying this off over here. There we go. This is a light color. Oh, that is some huge pieces of chicken in here. There we go, get that back in the frame. And usually when you think of a goulash, it's at least what my experience is, it's with pasta. So this is a different take on. And I got disconnected, so I do apologize for that. As I said, this is a different take on goulash than I've had before. I'm used to goulashes as a pasta, tomato based, with beef or some other red meat. The first time I've had a chicken goulash with rice. And this chicken is not heavily processed. It's like a pulled chicken. So there is a look at the rice and the. It's quite soft. So the rice is a little overdone. Would have been nice if it was not quite as mushy. It's almost dissolving, and it would have been nice to have a little bit more rice in here. So there's a lot of chicken here. What I may end up doing is the rest of these, this other pack of the Panzer waffles, I may use those offline, you know, when I'm done doing this stream, to kind of just dip in the sauce. Or I may just go ahead and open them up, bust them up, and put them in there now. In fact, one of these already started to break up a little bit. So you can see how thick these are. I'm just dipping this piece of cracker into the sauce. And then I'll leave that piece to just kind of soak. Usually these have, oops, that one got in there. That one wasn't supposed to get in there. But the caraway is not quite as strong in these for some reason. But I think they'll add a little bit of texture to this, since the rice is so bland. Or not bland, but it's so soft and there's not a whole lot of it. Vanessa Kitty's in the house. Thanks for dropping in. I will apologize for those that are just coming in, that I had an issue at the start where I just gotten my chicken goulash into the pot, and the other phone that I normally stream with decided to crap out, completely shut down. And just was slow to restart, so I grabbed my LG Phoenix. So that is my backup. So that's what I'm using now. So I'm not sure what's up with that other one, but this chicken goulash, other than the fact that the rice is not as plentiful as I expected, and that it's quite soft, it's still very good. I don't need to add the salt or pepper. The chicken is not overly processed. It is not dry at all. It's just like a pulled chicken. Once these crackers have been in this sauce, they do soften up, so they're a lot easier to chew. But they still add a little bit of texture along with the chicken. That makes up for the fact that the rice is quite soft and not as plentiful as I thought it would be. I expected this to be a whole lot thicker, like the goulashes that I'm used to with the pasta. But this is still very good. I'm going to have another drink of this tea. I thought this tea would be the fruit tea, but it is lemon, which is quite good warm. And but if I do get a Polish fruit tea, that's a similar type of drink as this lemon tea. I will do it hot because I think it might bring out the flavor a little bit more. And I have this black currant jam on the. Sorry about that. Got booted again. I do apologize in advance for the frequent disconnects. I gotta find a way to do this better. I'm not sure if there's I can change because I still do not have home internet, and I haven't for quite some time. And I'm not sure when I do want to get it back soon, but I wish there were different options than what's available here in Des Moines. But I like because I have a north-facing apartment, and dishes are not allowed on the building. See, I'm going to, with this broken one here, I'm going to try something. I'm going to dip this in my coffee. It softens it up, but I don't think the flavor quite works. So I think I'll stick to either putting the jam on this or eating it with the goulash, because these crackers are a bit too savory for dipping. I suppose if I wanted to salt it up a bit, instead of using the salt, I could throw some of these peanuts in. But I think these peanuts are too good just on their own. So since my first stream got completely killed when my other phone decided to crap out, I don't know if that one got saved. I'll just have to check back later after this portion is done processing. But later if it's not saved, I will put in some comments. I can still see the super chats are there. They did not go away. So once those are done, that's done. So Art and Will, who dropped those super chats earlier, yeah, those are still there. So I don't lose those. And for those who have never been in here for the first time, if you're not familiar with the super chat, what that is channels that are monetized. If they turn the super chat option on for the live chats, viewers can donate some money to the channel to help them out with their, either video production, upgrading equipment, buying gear to test, or, I could buy a ration that I might not otherwise be able to buy. Say if I wanted to save my pennies for an Italian ration. Yep, Art just did another super chat, so and the comment gets held up for a little bit. So again, thanks to Art for dropping that that super chat. But and when these live streams, unless the channel owner decides different, the chats can be replayed. Obviously, you won't be able to interact. When you look at the chat on the replay of a live stream, they're there and you can see what everybody was talking about. Sometimes useful bits of information or just fun stuff gets left behind in these comments. I'm going to have another drink of this coffee. That actually tastes good with that Ration sweetened condensed milk in it. So that stuff is pretty darn good. It's not as excessively sweet as some of them that you can get here, but it's still pretty good. Cracker need a little more of the jam. Oops, sorry about that. My mount is on this table. But right now it's the only way I can do it because I can't use a tripod. Otherwise, I would have to have another device going just so I can see the chat, and I would have to turn away, and that just gets a little difficult. Sorry about that. I got booted again. As I was just saying, this mount can be a bit shaky, but I can't use a tripod. Otherwise, I would have to use another device just so I can see the chat and respond to it. And that would mean turning away and maybe not being able to hear me, but sorry. But I do hope that my earlier segment does get saved by YouTube. And speaking of streams, Old Smokey is going live. I think he's getting ready to go live right now. Uh, he knows his ration streams on Saturday nights, but he had to change it to tonight because of other stuff that had to take priority. So as soon as I finish up, I'm gonna and hop onto his stream. Not sure what he's got going tonight, but it'll definitely be worth checking out. And also, see this little thing right there above my finger is part of my phone mount. So it's hard to get that in a position where that's not in the view. So I try to make it as unobtrusive as possible, but sometimes you just have to make do with what you got. Sorry about that. Got kicked again. As I was saying, there's a channel. Sorry about that. I just got kicked again. I just might have to go ahead and end it here, but I can go ahead and open up these candies. This is, that's what in it. I'll open up these candies. This is a vitamin C candy. So that is the label, the wrapper all spread out. And this is what it looks like. Here is the other one, which I'll save for a later time, but it is green apple, and it's a hard shell outside and a soft jelly type filling inside. It's kind of like some of those candies that look like a strawberry. They have the hard shell on the outside, and on the inside is a softer filling. And this coffee, it's a coffee flavored candy. When I first tried one of these put all the other coffee candies to shame. And this one is a very, very dark brown square. In fact, I'll hold up. Might not be able to tell in this light, but it's actually darker than the chocolate. And this is a hard candy, so this is one that I would suck on. And these are very, very good. If you like coffee candy flavor, if you can get a hold of these, there's a similar one that you can find online called Copico, and it's basically the same type of thing. But these coffee candies are really very, very good. But if you bite them, they're hard candy, or you can just suck on them. And that coffee flavor just really comes out. Now, there are different Polish rations on eBay. There may be some. Maybe not this particular one. This, I'll just show the bag again. Green bag, the actual military rations. I've seen them on eBay. Mostly the single meal, but maybe a 24-hour SRG. But those would be in the green bags, and but there are other sites that sell this one because I want to protect the seller of this particular one, I will not say here where I got it from. I would like to, but I used to shout out that website, but because of what the USDA does with the customs and rating rations, I'm surprised this one and another ration that I got at the same time from that same source did not get rated. I was very happy that that the bags are left intact. But but other websites that do sell different rations, both foreign and U.S., there is Emery Mountain, Emery Nation, foreignemery.com, allemerys.com. There's the sister company of Emery is Minotaur Trading Company. I have not gotten any of those yet. I think next month I will pick up one of those and give one of those a go. Of course, I have another ration that I got from the same sources as this one that I'll get into probably in a couple of weeks. But I have the XMRE ones that I got from All Right Eeyore. Oh, plain old Chuck is in the house. Thanks for dropping in. You caught me as I was I might be shutting this one down because I had so many problems getting this going. I'm on my second start of this because the first one, the other phone that I was using, it just completely wanted to crash out, and it just shut down, and it took forever to restart itself. So I just grabbed my backup, which is my LG Phoenix 3. So that's what I'm doing it on now. So the quality may not be as good, but what I have here is a Polish chicken goulash, and I put pieces of these. And sorry about that, I just got kicked again. But some call these Panzer waffles, some call them tank treads. Sorry about that. I keep apologizing for the interruptions because they're still happening. But they have a slight caraway flavor. But you put them in something like this to soak up some of that sauce, and it does work. And this chocolate, 60% Polish chocolate, awesome. And if this coffee were still hot, I probably would have dunked a couple of pieces of it in here to make it a mocha, but it's down to room temperature, but that's okay. I'll still finish it off. These are Nutwalker peanuts, roasted, salted, very crunchy, very fresh. You can find these in some other European rations. They're really, really good. They're the best. And the jelly that I have on here is a black currant. Although I've used some of it, there's a fair amount of the liquid in there. But that's okay. I finished all this off. None of this will go to waste. And although this ration didn't come with creamer, I had some of this Russian sweet milk that I put in the coffee to mix it up how I like it. So, and this ration came with quite a few other goodies. So if the first part of my stream is still up where my other phone completely crapped out, you'll be able to see all of those other items. But, I'll just go ahead and bring them back. Sorry about that. So, salt and pepper. napkin, and this is labeled as toilet paper. Esbit stove with genuine Esbit tablets and a box of matches. Three Be Fresh wet wipes. A piece of old school gum like we used to get back in the 80s and 90s. An actual full-size toothbrush. A can lifter, which if I was heating this up with that stove or over another kind of a stove, I could use this to lift that can up. $20 of sugar. A knife, fork, and spoon. And there's even a smaller spoon, which I didn't discover till a lot later. So this mini spoon. A 1 liter capacity water bag. And this is a thin bag for trash. And there's also a water purification tablet. Plus this other vitamin C candy, which I did not open up. So that's everything that was in this Polish shooter's ration. This is a lemon flavored tea, which I made hot for the first time. I've done these cold previously. It mixes up better when it's hot, and the flavor comes out more. Plus the coffee. And so that is and this chocolate here. So that is basically it for this Polish shooter's ration. I think I'm going to go ahead and call this stream done. As I just got kicked again, I'm going to go ahead and call this stream done and hope that my first half got saved. And for those that came in really late, I do apologize, but hopefully you'll be able to catch up on the replay later. But this will be added to my ration review playlist. So again, I want to thank Art and Will of Just in Time Prepping for the super chats. I want to thank you all for watching. And next week, it'll be a kosher XMRE. That'll be the smoked beef, and that will be a good one as well. So again, I want to thank you all for dropping, as I just got disconnected again. Thanks for watching, and catch you on the flip side.